Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today we are on Boom's account for one very special reason. And we're going to be testing out, as you can see, a super stacked account. We're going to be testing out some Nightmare Hydra for one champion in particular. So that is Kantra the Cyclone. And we're going to be seeing how good she is after the Hydra nerfs. The nerfs, of course, made the head of Decay, the one that cleanses all the debuffs, vulnerable to provokes. And Kantra, when we look at her kit, has absolutely insane stuff happening for Hydra. So her A1, double hitter. Each hit books to a 60% chance to steal a random buff from the target. That's nice, right? If for example, the head of Wrath ever does get buffs up, we can steal those off him, remove the increase attack, the block debuffs, potentially remove the ally protects, reflect damages, that Suffering and Wrath can do that sort of thing. So very nice, very useful. It's her A3 is very special though. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each hit has a 50 that goes to a 75% chance of placing one of the following debuffs for 2 turns. Block buffs, decrease attack, decrease speed, weaken, decrease accuracy, heal reduction. That's an absolute ton of debuffs that she can be placing that should hopefully make our life much, much easier. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. And especially if we can stop these cleanses, it's a lot of debuffs to bring. And then it's her passive that is really the ace in the hole here. Decreasing enemy accuracy for every debuff they're under. It's going to make it a lot easier to deal with Head of Mischief. Less damage for every debuff on the attacker, so she's going to be super tanky. I see she's actually in a Guardian set here. Healing as well. But this is the big one. 75% chance to provoke any enemy under 5 or more debuffs at the start of her turn. And of course, she places debuffs on weak hits. So basically, if Kantra can take turns quickly, she should, most of the time, just by herself, be able to lock out Head of Decay all the time, so long as we have enough debuffs out. And she's providing so many, it should work. Also a 60 accuracy in all battles aura, so she looks awesome. Right, looking at her build, I think it's a really good build to count as pimping. We have almost 70,000 HP, 4,000 defense, 245 speed. We've got no crit rate or crit damage, so we're not really going to be doing too much damage here with Kantra. Not really any resistance worth talking about, really. And 380 accuracy, so plenty of accuracy. And for the masteries, we are gone down the left-hand side of the offense tree for War Master. And we've gone down the right-hand side of the support tree for that Master Hexer. Sniper, better chance to land those debuffs. That's important. It's not a 100% chance on our AoE to land the debuffs. This, by the way, doesn't affect Provoke, of course. Provoke you could only increase with Fearsome Presence. I don't think it's worth it compared to just running War Master. And we do have Cycle of Magic for more goes of her abilities as well. So pretty cool on that Guardian set. I really think Kantra's quite flexible with her sets. I mean, you could put her in a taunting set, potentially. So giving you even more chances to provoke, but we'll see. I don't think it's necessary. I think she can do it without that. She could be really good in a Relentless set. She could be really good in, what's the other one? A Reflex set. Any of these things are potentially excellent options. So yeah, we shall see. I mean, Relentless, those extra turns could be really good to keep it up. But we'll see how this works. And she actually, Boom here has built up a team that I think actually looks really good. And we're testing this on Nightmare, which is the hardest. So it looks like she's got a whole bunch of teams. We've got so many options. I think this is the team she's been testing that worked the best. So we got Geomancer in here, Inquisitor Chameleon, Lydia, a Royal Guard, obviously Kantra, and then actually Cardial coming in, which I'm actually quite excited to test out and try. I'm going to change it up though, and we're going to try Kantra in the lead to start. I think that could be very important. And we'll check out the builds on these other champions as well. So we're going to have a Geomancer as well. I guess if Kantra ever gets eaten, it could be a bit nasty. We've Royal Guard number 2. Lots of duplicates, pretty much everything we could want in terms of champions on this account. We have a Lydia, we've got Cardial, and we have an Inquisitor Chameleon. Maybe she only has one Inquisitor Chameleon, which is kind of a bummer. If we check them out, though, in terms of builds, so Geomancer, again, really fast, should be plenty tanky, absolutely tons of accuracy, so he's pimping. Royal Guard, now Royal Guard is low on crit rate, but he's got great speed, and he's tanky enough, and his accuracy is a bit low. So he's not going to be able to really land the decreased speed. So we're going to be hoping that Kantra is going to be able to keep decreased speed on just by herself, that she's effectively our block buff and decreased speed champion. We'll see, though, with the randomness of Kantra, will it actually work? Lydia, really fast, Great stats just across the board. She's super, super well built. Cardio, 700 resistance, guys, 270 speed, plenty tanky. So the exciting thing about him, he's giving us the increased crit rate buff. So that should help everyone stay at critting as much as possible. And then, of course, the big thing is that he actually heals a ton with his A1. Because he can counterattack with his A1. He can join in with attacks. And he can do a lot of team healing. So we'll see if he can keep us alive. Then we have a slow Inquisitor Chameleon, who's actually a bit low on resistance as our tank for Head of Mischief. So this is a creative thing that you can do. I think I've done videos on it before. I'm actually not sure. Maybe I need to do... If I've not done a specific video talking about Chameleon, let me know. Maybe I haven't. He's just sort of featured in other videos. But this is something you can do. Let me actually jump out for a second here. We got this accuracy aura, which actually we kind of over-index on accuracy then on some champions. But we go to Chameleon. Yeah, so this is the key. Is a blood shield ring. So whenever he counterattacks, he gives himself a shield. So that's that extra buff, the shield buff, that makes him be targeted by Head of Mischief. And because he's very slow, he keeps his other buffs on. So he should never outrun his buffs. He should always have more buffs than everyone else. He's going to counterattack all the time, because whenever anyone gets debuffed, he counterattacks. So he should really always have that shield. And yeah, he's got War Master. So he's built to be fine. His resistance is a bit low. It is a bit low at 440. We're really looking for up to 500 for Nightmare. So this could be a problem. But we've got block buffs to cover us. So there's room here to glyph this. Let me just double check. There's room to glyph this. I don't think he needs a regear. He can glyph this higher. This can be glyphed higher. This can be glyphed higher. Okay. And this has no resistance glyph, so that's fine. So one thing we could do, might not have the gear, but in theory, you could get like a resistance chest. Really pushes it over the edge, you know. We could look for even one with HP percent. Do we have one in? We don't have one in the set, but just as a theoretical thing, like here we go. Okay, that has way too much speed. We want one without any speed. This probably is too much speed. It does. Curing. Do we have anything that's 16 with no speed on it? It's kind of too much speed. All the gear has speed. Does this have speed? So much speed. This has speed. Everything with speed. All the speed gear. You kind of want a piece that doesn't have any much speed on it. That's just resistance. Oh, Arbiter's obviously going to have speed. Yeah, so basically all the resistance stuff has speed. That has HP percent. Maybe this won't. Here we go. So in theory, you could put on something like this. He's got resistance. Oh, sorry. I misread that. I thought that was a Guardian set. Yeah, resistance chest. Okay, it's actually fine. Just fix the glyphs. What about they can get some resistance stuff on this. Yeah, again, glyph this. I think, look, you just get some 6-star glyphs for resistance and he's going to be fine. Luckily, Kantra does decrease accuracy. Luckily, Kantra decreases accuracy with the passive. So it should be fine. But it's something to watch out for. Right, let's dive in. Let's just dive into Nightmare. And let's give it a go. Let's go the way through. And let's see what Kantra can do, especially in the lead. Is it going to work? Switch it up to 2 times speed. So I guess we start off with Heavenly Host. And let's use it on Decay. See if we land any debuffs with our A1s. I guess we don't have any debuffs that do land A1s here. Might need to use that on Mischief. Not Mischief, on the Torment Head, potentially. Right, Kantra comes in. Lands some debuffs. There we go. He might get that first cleanse off anyway. That might be something that we can't avoid. Okay, he's going to have enough debuffs right now. And she should get turn meter boosted up. We'll see if this works. Oh, no, he's 1 debuff short. The Weaken got resisted. That's a problem. Okay, hang on. It's A1. So the Weaken got resisted, so he doesn't have enough debuff. So we missed the Provoke. We might need to reset. Yeah, no Weaken there. We could burn with Geomancer, but let's see. Will he come around to the cleanse? We shall have to see. Kantra's coming back around to another turn, so hopefully we'll be okay. Slam in with the Royal Guard. Come on, Kantra. She's getting that turn meter boost. There we go. And he's provoked. And we're off. Let's land some more debuffs with Kantra. Fantastic. We're looking for that block buffs on this head right here so that he won't potentially steal the block debuff. So, for example, he'd be fine if he hits Cardio. Yeah, Cardio's got enough resistance, so we're totally fine. We could remove debuffs, and I guess we will, or do we just save it? Maybe we just let's just save it for now, and let's just keep smacking that Head of Decay a little bit, and we'll just see sort of how we go. Yeah, just smack Decay some. Obviously, we're not built with any damage here, and Cardio throwing out some of those heals. Very nice. We'll just smack him again, and yeah, like, this is just incredible. Look at the sheer amount of buffs that he's putting out. It's absolutely insane. Let's block the buffs. got resisted again. Man, we're getting so unlucky with these resists. So he's going to get reflect damage on himself, which is kind of a pain. But yeah, let's do this. I'm actually really hyped for this. I think this is so cool. Decrease speed. We're missing. Let's try get it on him. Resisted anyway. Okay, that's fine. Be nice to get decreased speed on everyone. And we just want to try not to target Torment as much as we can. Apart from that, really not targeting Torment. We want to keep him alive as much as we can because he's giving us that consistency, that Kantra consistency. So here we go. Yeah, he gets the reflect damage. Bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Reapply that decreased defense and weaken. Very good. Kantra, I think, is coming back around to her A3 in just a second. Let's try shoot Mischief. Hit him instead. Yeah, he's targeting Cardial, actually, which is totally fine. So that's one nice thing Cardial is bringing to this team. There we can see now we've got those extra buffs here on Shamail. And Shamail slightly outrun them. Okay, I am going to actually... Will I remove this? I actually don't think we need to. Let's just slam in with the A1. Let's just slam with the A1. I don't think we need to actually worry too much about this reflect damage. I really don't. This head, Decay over here, by the way, he's still provoked. I almost feel we could leave this almost on full auto. Let's get the burn onto Mischief as well. Start working him down. Actually, Kantra can potentially just remove this. Derp, of course. Ooh, I guess, does her A1? Maybe her A1 doesn't work, actually. That might be a thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. She can place debuffs on weak hits, but maybe she can't steal them on weak hits. So that's slightly annoying, but not the end of the world. All right. I mean, it's like these poor Hydra heads just haven't been able to do really anything against us here. I guess we'll smack him. Fine. We take some damage, but not a big deal. Smack Decay with her. I mean, with the speed that we're getting and just the speed stats we have here, like Decay takes a turn and then Kantra provokes him just straight away. Straight in with the provoke after that. There's block buffs on him. No block buffs on this head quite yet, unfortunately. But, man, Kantra's doing some work. She's doing work. Again, we'll just shoot head of Decay. And yeah, there we go. You know what? I'm just going to probably shut up and I'm just going to let this run through for a little bit. I'm going to remove this at this point just for that safety. But yeah, I might just shut up and run this through and come back to you when we get a bit further in or when interesting stuff happens. I think it's pretty much just play this one out at this point. Just wear down the other heads. Try not to damage Torment too much. See, can we get block buffs on him? We didn't. We got block buffs on him, though. And we'll see what happens when we come around with another head or when we actually kill a head. Let's see how far we get. All right, first big twist. Well, not really a twist, but the first kind of exciting thing to happen here is that the head of Torment has finally eaten someone. I also see that we've slightly run out of debuffs here on this head. We've been a bit unlucky with Kantra, so this could be a problem. This could be a problem. Can we get back around to this? Another thing that's definitely an issue, you can see in terms of the decreased speed that it's fallen off. Because Kantra is placing stuff randomly, it is a bit of a weakness. I think this is where having the Royal Guard built up, and Kantra will provoke him when she comes back around, but having Royal Guard built up with enough accuracy to at least semi-consistently, like 300 plus accuracy. So he's not landing the debuffs 100% of the time, but at least, and there's the provoke back on, absolutely fantastic. But at least to land it most of the time, that could be really helpful, I think. You know, just about 300 plus accuracy so that he can be that supplemental decreased speed. This should be enough. We can really kill Torment extremely fast whenever we need to. It's just not something we want to do most of the time. That's something we do when we're further on in the fight. It's just A1 here with Kantra. Yeah, that's something for further on. Shamail doing a great job. Let's try wear down this big tanky head a bit more. In terms of burns, only one more turn on him. We might want to reburn him. We could alternatively, we could burn Mischief, try get rid of Mischief. Both are decent options. Yeah, let's try get rid of Decay. Let's just make sure Decay goes down. Let's not mess with it. We've got block buffs on most of them. We'll try get it on Mischief again. Didn't get it. That's all right. And yeah, okay, there we go. We broke him out. Absolutely no problem. Torment eating, you're a champion when you've got Inquisitor. Unless it's Inquisitor himself who's eaten, Torment being eaten is pretty much the best thing possible. I'm just going to be smacking this head, just trying to get him down a little bit lower as we go. But yeah, there we go. We're up to 8 million already as well. By the time the first champion is eaten, I will be back when we've done a little bit more. Okay, boom. The first head goes down. It is unfortunately Torment has gone down. About 28 turns in, we've done almost 11 million at this point. So this is where it might get a little bit trickier. in terms of Kantra not getting that extra turn meter boost. Will she be able to keep Decay locked down, or is it going to fall apart? I still think we probably fire damage into this as much as possible, but this is where it becomes that question of, is it more valuable now to target him, or do we keep shooting this decapitated head? We could try kill him off. I'm not going to try kill him yet, simply because I think Mischief's going to die anyway. He's got 2 turns of burn, and we're about to smack an AoE here. Ooh, look at that, all those debuffs. So Mischief's going to die. So that's giving us sort of 2 chances to respawn Torment, which is decent. It's better than nothing. Let's try get a decreased speed on the Mischief head. We got it. That's good. Cool. Cool. Okay. Kantra did not actually land the... Oh, she did provoke, but he just took a turn. Perfect. Right. Let's get a burn onto the big guy. There we go. Actually got an extra... Ooh, look at this. All the extra turns popping off. Look at that. Wow, Geomancer absolutely having a great day here. He's having a great time. Okay, cool. Smack. Let's see, how much are we going to get by the time we get ahead? What were you, about 11 million when we started working on these downed heads? And now it's going to be significantly higher. I'm just going to use her A1 right here. We could A3 this guy, but I think this is fine. But yeah, like, so far this has been honestly so easy. Like, it's absolutely been no trouble. I'm not sure if we can land the decreased defense. I'm just going to go for the safe hit. Yeah, for the safe hit, the safe damage there on this head. Seeing as his accuracy is so low, I will still fire out her A3 here. Okay, cool. Again, I'm going to save onto her A3 just in case something annoying spawns in that we want to block. And here we go. This Heavenly Host should actually do quite a bit of damage. Wow, you see the damage? Wow, what? Did you guys see that? The damage number was completely freaking out. It was going like up, it was going down. It didn't know what was going on. That was actually kind of unique. That was kind of funny. But yeah, look, we're 36 turns in. Kantra in the lead. Not a chance of this guy getting a turn. So pretty nice so far. Ooh, he did land the decreased defense. That's good. It might only add up to like 1 more turn of damage, but it's pretty great. We'll keep smacking that decapitated head. Now, really, I think honestly, if Torment respawns at this point, maybe I should have done block buffs there. It doesn't really matter. I think if Torment respawns, we win. Oh, Torment respawns. Okay, I'm pretty confident. Like 15 million. Boom, Decay goes down to... In a way, actually, we kind of want Decay to be there, hilariously, just because he's such a non-issue with Kantra. So that's kind of funny. But... and it's actually good if we get Poison Cloud on him. It's actually great, because it means we do less damage to him, which is exactly what we want. Relentless Geomancer. Yeah, Relentless Geomancer is super good when he's not in the lead like this. With a Kantra team, I think Relentless is probably the correct play, all right. But yeah, I'm pretty confident we can push up very close, at least very close, to a multi-key. I'm not going to block debuffs on this head, because I actually want him to be protected a little bit by the Poison Cloud. Yeah, I want him to be a little bit protected so that just it's going to mitigate our damage against him just that little bit to try keep Torment alive for longer. Just get more turn meter boosts at the cost of less damage to him so he stays alive for longer. One of those funny things. Right, let's try to get decreased speed. Nah, no luck right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking this is really good. I think that Boom was saying her top damage is 20 million with this team. And I think we're going to push quite a bit beyond that. Maybe I shouldn't have done Kantra's A2 there. Nah, that's fine. It's fine. With Torment back in, it's fine. We just need to be aware if this does respawn Head of Decay, we want to be able to get debuffs up on him pretty quickly. So it's just something to watch out for, but not a huge deal. Right, I'll be back, I guess, when the next interesting thing happens. Maybe when we pass that 20 mil and pass the record. We'll see how we go. All right, guys, we've actually... Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. We've actually passed the 20 million. So we've passed the best score that we've gotten before on this account, which is absolutely great. Look at this, by the way. We just had the poison attack come out from Head of Blight. And look how few poisons there are. What is going on there? There's a couple of things going on. Obviously Shamail and what's his face? Angel Man have so much resistance, they're not going to get debuffed anyway. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We've got 6 debuffs on him, so I believe that's minus 60 accuracy from Kantra, and then we've got the decreased accuracy either from Kantra or Geomancer. So what it means is that basically his accuracy is now so low, it's been so crippled, that he just can't really do anything, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, let's try to get the block buffs on Mischief, just for that safety, right? Mischief can always steal stuff. So we just need to watch out for that. And I mean, honestly, the funny thing as well with this team, guys, is that Cardial is really not essential. He's doing some nice healing. We could definitely put in something like Godseeker, though. Like, we don't really need Cardial here at all. He's doing his ally attack. That's nice. And obviously the crit rate and stuff is nice. But I think I've done this once. Like, we just haven't needed to. There's just so little damage actually being done to us because we have just... we have such good control with these debuffs from Kantra. Like, we have so much control that we're totally fine. You see, the only issue here, no decreased speed here. Is that random chance for decreased speed? That's where, let's get the burn back on him. That's where the being supplemented with Royal Guard would help. But yeah, putting Godseeker to extend our buffs, so we've got that full uptime of increased speed and strengthen. I think that could be quite helpful. Yeah, obviously Cardial, the one nice thing he's been doing is he does get targeted by this head sometimes, by mischief sometimes. Decreased speed, excellent. Really helpful. Good. So that's you know, that's nifty. But yeah, the increased buffs again also just makes Mr. Shamail a bit more consistent. But extra turn, fantastic. Coming back around to this. But yeah, right, I'll be back when something interesting happens the next time. Maybe when this head dies or Lydia or something like that. We shall see. All right, we've got another head down. Up to 25 million now. We'll see where we are at the end of this. Okay, let's go. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. We are going to get a cloud out from this head in a second, which we do have block buffs on him. Slightly unfortunate. Going to reapply the burn here into this head, just make sure that he is going to be burned to all points. You know, we actually might as well block this debuff, just in case something goes wrong here. At least stop him having the cloud, just in case. Unfortunately, with this head... it just sort of lined up in such a way that we didn't have Lydia's decreased defense and stuff ready to go. So the damage we're actually doing to this decapitated head is fairly low. It's not really that substantial. But it's something, I suppose. It's something. I guess one thing as well, Cardial is in an arena build, so he doesn't have War Master. A champion with War Master would obviously add quite a bit more damage. Ah, man, no decreased speed or weaken or decreased defense. Anything like that would have been pretty nifty. Now, one thing we're going to want to try to do, I think we're going to want to try to sync up killing Head of Torment with these other heads here. Kablam! 500k on that Royal Guard smack on the decapitated one. We're going to want to try kill Torment soon so that, yeah, let's actually try kill Torment so that he will have a good chance to respawn alongside... With this head, we'll have 2 dead at the same time, so 2 chances for Torment. We don't ever really want Torment to die on his own if we can help it. Just because it's a pretty miserable chance for him to come back. Then we want to up his chance of coming back because we like him so much. He is our best friend. It's very easy to kill him if we ever decide to. Luckily, Mischief is almost dead as well. We're not really too worried. Well, we'll just keep smacking him here. And we'll just try to kill him quickly. He's just so low on health at this point that if we had like a bad set of heads... I'm not even sure what a bad set of heads is with this comp though, to be honest. But if a theoretically bad set of heads did spawn in... yeah, it could be a little bit tricky, I suppose, because we wouldn't have Torment to support us. So I'm not really too worried about it. Right, so he's dead. That's cool. He could respawn, and we're actually fine with him respawning. Like, honestly, at this point, I'm going, what selection of heads could be bad for us? So we lose one, it's Wrath. Okay, Wrath might be the most dangerous one. We have not dealt with Wrath so far. I'm going to try get decreased speed onto him. We didn't get it, sadly. But we will get some attacks on Torment. We just need to kill Torment before we get the 2 turns and this dude respawns, which should be absolutely super easy. He's actually got 20 turns of poison sensitivity, by the way, which is so funny. That is so funny to me. We'll try get Lydia's block buffs onto Head of Wrath just for that safety factor, if we don't get it with Kantra first anyway. All right, and Torment should pretty much die any second now as well. That's actually fun. Cardial attacks random stuff. Great. So Torment is dead. We start losing. We don't have the turn meter boost now for Kantra, but I think we're in a good spot, so I'm not too worried about it. I think smacking Torment's the thing to do. One more turn till we get back to smacking Wrath. I guess one downside is that Kantra is going to stack up Wrath really fast. I guess that's the only downside, particularly to think of. Seeing as she does the triple hit AoE, it is going to stack up Wrath pretty fast. But yeah, honestly, not even that worried. Here we go. Now, again, okay. Look, we got the burn. Burn. There we go. Let's try to attack him. Might attack Wrath instead. Okay, we're attacking all sorts of heads. Everyone's attacking something random. That's good to know that's how it works. We are going to do this move. Okay. Try shoot mischief. We did it. Good. That's a bit lucky there. We are going to want to... Okay, poison heads out. Uh-oh. Okay, he's getting close to stacking this. We're going to want to put the revive on death on. Okay, so now we've got the bad set of heads. Let's remove this debuff here just to minimize some of that damage. We're going to want to put revive on death on right now, just in case we go down. This is the only, I think, potentially scary part. This is certainly going to trigger him. We get several debuffs there. We break him free. Okay. Feel pretty good about that. Unfortunately, no torment respawn, which sucks. That would have been nice. This doesn't get fully blocked. And I don't think we're going to successfully stop this cleanse. But I feel like we're so far ahead now that I'm not worried. Do we take a risk? I haven't been paying attention to Kantra's turn meter. We could burn him. I'm going to take the risk. He has enough debuffs now. If Kantra gets a turn, she will provoke him, in theory. In theory, she will provoke him and we'll be good. If that doesn't happen, we won't be good. I'm going to restack the block buffs on him. Come on, Kantra. Yeah, there it is. Oh, she's so good, guys. She's so good. Okay, we got a little bit lucky. It definitely got a little sketchy there. I'm not going to lie. That definitely got a little bit sketchy. That part was sort of scary. And this is where... Okay, so it's Head of Wrath is the tricky part. I think that's very, very clear to see. I'll try to get decreased speed just on him. Lovely. We're coming back around to him, but now he's going to have decreased attack on. So the scariness is pretty much past. But yeah, so that set of heads spawning in when it did was pretty spooky. That was pretty spooky, no doubt about it. We will put the burn onto him. Thank you. Now we've got Strengthen on, so we should have Strengthen up for this. Smack him. Okay, and we should be coming back around. I think we can risk one ally attack here. Yeah, I think we're fine without the revive on death. I think we're fine. Famous last words. Oh, this guy's not provoked, actually. I just saw that right there. Not provoked. So actually, he might get his cleanse off, which would actually be bad. Going for this hit. We're hitting the other head. She got the provoke anyway. We're totally good. Do I want to trigger this at this point? I think we can. I think we're actually good. I'm going to do it. Pop. He's going to smack. It does hit hard. Royal Guard. It definitely gets scary there. I'm going to put Revive on Death on now, just in case Royal Guard does go down. And we can attempt to shoot him. We shot Head of Wrath. That's fine. Yeah, Royal Guard might die. Very close to dying. Doesn't actually die, though. He gets knocked down. Perfect. Okay. And at this point, let's put the block buffs on him, I suppose. Maybe we should put block buffs on our friend over here. Put a burn onto him. And then waiting for Kantra to come back around. There we go. Provoke out. Man, this is so good. Kantra makes this so easy, guys. It's so easy. And like, again, I actually think the Cardial isn't really helping us here. If this was, I actually genuinely think Godseeker Neri is better. Gives us better uptime on the buffs, makes our speed better. And she gives us the revive as well, which is nice. It just removes that stress. So, hey, if something does go bad and Royal Guard dies, it's like no big deal. Just revive him and it's fine. Now this is something of a problem. He's broken free. Broken free. So yeah, all right, we got to get some debuffs on him. Who can do that? No one really. Oh, so I think he might actually get the cleanse this time. I think he gets the cleanse this time, but it doesn't matter because we just one keyed anyway. Once this sorts itself out, gets confused. Pretty sure we just got the one key anyway. Yeah, he's got the. Ooh. Okay, maybe Kantra can be boosted around to a second turn. If she has her A2 here, she does. Didn't land enough debuffs. Quite. But she should get quite boosted by those AoEs. I think what happens as well, which is dirty. I think what happens, guys, which is so dirty, is... Oh yeah, so we lost someone there. So we do go down at this point. There we go. So there is the potential for failure. So I think what happens is that she gets turn meter boosted. I'm going to play this super risky. I'm going to hit him for the heal to try to get Kantra back around to the provoke. I think that's better. Yeah, there we go. There's the provoke. And I think at this point we just smack Head of Torment and we don't even care, basically. It's what I think we do. We're trying to get Revive on Death back on now to protect us. I'm scared for us. I think that Godseeker Neri is the better choice here. Believe it or not, I think she is. Again, we're just going to keep smacking this head just to give Kantra as many turns as possible. Because, again, we need to get the burn onto him so that we can start crowd controlling him more consistently. Again, we'll just smack him. No problem. But yeah, it's a 1 key. It's a 1 key. So there's definitely some luck. Like, Head of Wrath is pretty bad for this composition right here. I'm gonna lock it in because it's a 1 key. But this would be my suggestion to Boom. Ooh, we didn't die. That was a little lucky. My suggestion to Boom would be on this account to come back next week and to try out this sort of composition, but try it out with Godseeker and Neri instead of Cardial. Because I think she will do enough healing, and I think Godseeker and Neri provides us with just a little bit more utility, a little bit more safety. She could pick up this Royal Guard, which Cardial can't do. You'd have to get Royal Guard up to 100% crit rate as well. But the good news, and I tried to get him with some accuracy too. The good news, though, of course, is that, good news is with Kantra giving you accuracy aura, it's actually very simple. But yeah, guys, here we go. Pretty much, I'll probably just leave it here in terms of the commentary. Kantra just got eaten. So I guess this is where it falls apart, when Kantra gets eaten. I'll leave it pretty much here in terms of the commentary. I'll come back when it ends. I suspect it might end really soon. Yeah, because the provoke goes, and I guess this is where we die. We can try knocking him down. But yeah, I guess this is where it goes wrong, is when Kantra actually finally gets eaten. Here we go. When we get around to that ally attack, that will actually be very helpful. Or if Geomancer has a burn. Geomancer's about to start getting lots of turn meter, thanks to Shamael. So we should get through this pretty quick. I maybe should have actually removed his increased attack. That might be sketchy. We still have the revive on death. Let's see what's going to happen here. A little bit spooked. Poison cloud. Okay, yeah. We're sort of screwed. It's all going wrong, boys. It's all going wrong. Okay. Get the burn on. Okay, we might as well ally attack, I suppose. Yeah, Head of Wrath is definitely the scary one for us. But yeah, I'll come back. I imagine we're going to be dead soon. We might make 40 million, we might not. But I'll be back in a sec. Okay, it literally was a second. It literally was a second. We died right after that. But there we go, 39.02 million damage. We can see in terms of all the damage stats done. Actually, Kantra was quite low. I thought she would do a bit more, to be honest. She was kind of low on that. Geomancer at 14 million, Royal Guard with 13.5. But really, you can't overstate her usefulness. All those debuffs she's providing. Yeah, it's just so good. It's so good. And the provokes on Head of Decay. Like, literally, until she got eaten, he couldn't save himself, which was just insane. It's just so good. It's just so unbelievably good. Yeah, this team was nice. Like I think that Cardial is actually very replaceable. Like I said, I don't think he's adding that much to the team. I think Godseeker Neri, who extends buffs, would be really good. Yeah, anyone like, you obviously need someone that can heal, keep you alive. Demitha could give you tons of healing. Godseeker, they both extend buffs and heal, so they're really good options. But pretty much anything that's giving you healing is gonna probably do the job, because you don't take all that much damage, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And then I think the other big change would be giving Royal Guard more accuracy to supplement the decreased speed, just for that consistent source of decreased speed. But yeah, with this team we saw lots of things. I think the Inquisitor Shamael with his build doing a great job, resistance tanking. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I think that she was saying that her best key with this was 20 million, which was with Geomancer in the lead. What a difference it makes when we switch Kantra into the lead, just because of the amount of debuffs and giving her those extra turns so she can get back to the provokes. It really does add up to a lot. It really, really does add up to a lot. We basically doubled the damage thanks to doing that. 39 million. It's a nice, solid 1 key. That's a solid 1 key for Nightmare without any Duchess or Krisk. That's pretty good. There we go. No Duchess, no crit. Now, admittedly, we've got some good champions in here, but I mean, you get Lydia for beating Faction Wars. Then we've got 3 epics. Kantra is like the point of this showcase. So, to follow this showcase, you need Kantra. So the only one that you might not have is Cardial, who's the most replaceable. And this, to me, looks like a super budget team. Even if you got, obviously, you've got really good gear here. If you have worse gear, your gear's not as good. It's sort of like no problem. This is still going to get you a massive chunk of the way through Nightmare. when you start to consider if you do this in 2 keys or 3 keys at worst gear, it's becoming super doable. And on lower difficulties, this is going to be insane. In fact, on lower difficulties, I would almost say this is almost just a full auto key. I think for lower difficulties, I would, again, you could maybe bring in a Godseeker and maybe bring in something like a Sisia Flame Tongue or something like that. Someone else that's going to work better on full auto. Geomancer is just not friendly to full auto because he doesn't know to spread his burns around and he doesn't intelligently target the burns at the right person. But apart from that, it would work full auto. But there you go. Nice. 39.02. Kantra. I'm gonna do something cheeky here. I'm gonna do something cheeky. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? Here we go. I'm opening up the reviews. Kantra. Hydra. 4.1. 5. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to Boom for letting me showcase Kantra on this account. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.